Hello everyone. So in this video, I'll talk about how to get the Cronbach alpha value for the skill. So when in the survey there are multiple questions that assess the same concept, like the self-esteem, Rosenberg self-esteem scale. There are 10 items in total, and all the 10 items measure one concept, which is self-esteem. So in this case, you can get the internal consistency index for that measure. So in this case, you can use Cronbach alpha as the index of the reliability or internal consistency of the measure. So if the measure in this measure there is only one item, you don't have to get the internal consistency value because there is only one item. But what if there are more than one item? There are 2, 3, or more items. You should get the Cronbach alpha for the measure. So in this example I'm going to show you is the data from my own project, my current project. So we want to create a new measure that assesses people's decision-making style when they make a career decisions. So you can see the name. The name of the scale is called the career discernment scale, and we assume that there are 4 styles to make a career decisions. So in the scale, there are 4 parts, and each of the parts measures one type of decision-making style. So you can see here, I make the name easy to understand. So all these items, so there are 11 items that measure rational decision-making style. So it means that the people use their reasoning, use logic to make a decision. So all these 11 items measure the same concept, which is rational decision-making style. And the second part is the intuitive decision-making style. There are 13 of them. And here 14 items measure the third type of styles, which is relational. So they ask others for advice. And the last one is spirituality. So they ask God, they pray to get advice, to know how to make a career decision. So how to get the Cronbach alpha values for this skill? So we actually get 4 Cronbach alpha values for each of the parts. So for this one, the rational decision-making style, we can get the Cronbach alpha for that one. So we go to analyze, and go to scale here, go to scale, and go to reliability analysis. Okay, so we need to choose what items, what variables to put into the analysis. So in this time, I want to get a Cronbach alpha value for rational CDS, rational decision-making style. So I put all the rational items in here. So what you do is you click the first one and pressing Shift and click the last one. So here we go. We select all the items that measure the same concept, which is a rational decision-making style. And the model is alpha. You can see there are other types like a split half, there's parallel, there's a Goodman. We'll choose alpha. and click stats, and you can choose to show the descriptives for item, for skill, and for the skill if item deleted. I'll tell you later what this means. I think that's it. Hit continue and click OK. You can see the output here. So there are 315 pieces of data. And here's the Cronbach alpha value. You can see that's 0.879, pretty good. So usually or conventionally, the cutoff for Cronbach alpha value is 0.7. Means that if the value is above 0.7, it is good. If the Cronbach alpha is below 7, that is not good. So cut off for Cronbach alpha above above 0.7. Okay. Below 0.7, not good. So that's standard. If you see this skill has Cronbach alpha value above 0.7, that's good. If it is below 0.7, how to deal with that? I'll tell you what to do next. So you can see here, that's the Cronbach alpha value, 0.879. That's above 0.7. That's pretty good. So the highest possible value is 1.0. But if you see a 1.0 value, like first of all, you cannot really see it. And second, if you see a value that is 1.0 or above, even above 1.0, that's not correct. That's wrong. So any value should be below 1.0, but the higher the better. So 0.87, that's good, close to 1.0. And here are the item stats. So tells you the mean for each item, and the standard deviation and the sample size. It also tells you the item total statistics. So this column, the third column is very variable. So ignore the first two columns. Just look at these two, a third and a fourth column. So the third column is item total correlation. What does that mean? So that's a correlation between this item and the total number, total score for this scale. So they calculate the total score for the scale, and the calculated correlation between this item and the total score. So you can see here, the correlation is 0.65. That's good. Means that between this item and the total score of this scale, the correlation is 0.65. That's good. So you can see like how well each item is. If the item is highly correlated with these with this scale, means that this item is good. So you can see here, the 10th item is not really good. The correlation is only 0.34. So that's really low. So you can see all other measures, all other items, the correlations are all above 0.5. So you can actually just remove this item. if you like. You just not use it in your analysis. And also you can see this column. What does this mean? It means that if this item is deleted, what Cronbach alpha value is. So you can see if the first item is deleted, the Cronbach alpha value is 0.86. The current one is 0.879. It means that if this item is deleted, the Cronbach alpha value will be decreased. So it means that this item is really important to support this Cronbach alpha value. So it means that if this item is deleted, the scale is not good anymore. So that means that we should keep this item, the first item. Okay. So you can compare each value in this column with the current Cronbach alpha value. So if the item is, the value in this column is lower, this item is good. If the value is even higher than the current Cronbach alpha value, that means that this item is bad. Because if this item is added, the reliability is even lower. So Cronbach alpha value is 0.879. We can find a value which is higher than this value. Yeah, we found this one, the 10th item. That's 0.885. It means that if this item is deleted, the 10th item is deleted, the reliability will be higher. So the decision right now from this value and this value, we can see that we should delete the 10th item because it makes this skill worse. Okay, so I'll repeat the process. And to get the Cronbach alpha value, we go to Analyze, we go to Skill and Reliability Analysis. And this time we can change another skill. So we can just click this button and choose another skill, like this one, Intuitive. Okay, there are 13 items and we choose all of them. And stats, yes, all the things we need are included. And model is alpha, and click OK. And this time is 0.88, that's pretty good. And we can see the item total correlation. And you can see this one is really bad, and the correlation is really low. And this one is bad, this one is bad, and this one is bad. And this one is kind of okay. So there are a few items that do not have a high correlation with the total score. And we can check the Cronbach alpha if item deleted. So the current one is 0.887 and 0.887, but all these values are below this value, so it means that we shouldn't delete anyone. But we can see here, this item is correlation is really low, so we can actually delete this item and this item and this item. So it depends on you to delete which items. So you can delete some items. Just make sure that you get highest Cronbach alpha value. Okay, so we stop here. If you have any other questions, you can ask me.